Hello friends, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Sasriyakal, Vanakkam, Kamanachi, Kem Cho, Majama. I hope all my friends are doing well today. I think in the last few weeks, all of us must have heard of a company called Anthropic. I think it's creating a lot of shockwaves in the IT industry as well as banking and financial industry. So, what is it about? I just wanted to quickly share about this, dangerous technology, or it's an AI platform where Anthropic, like how we have been using ChatGPT from OpenAI company. So, Anthropic is founded by Dario Amodei, and it's a US-based company, and he had come out of, if I'm not wrong, he had come out of OpenAI. But yes, in the last few weeks, we have seen what is this new AI platform called Mythos, which was developed by Anthropic. So I think it's more of the technological people in this industry, whoever are seeing this video, they'll be quite familiar, and they are much will be they will sync with me now what I'm trying to tell you. So we have entered into different world of AI where this Mythos is able to identify and detect bugs, viruses in a system, and also it is able to manipulate and also hack into our own system. So now it has crossed human. It has crossed humans beyond this level where they are able to break into any systems, especially into the cyber security, what we really have in different companies. So it's very more of an dangerous technology which has now evolved around, and the IT industry has totally been really shaken by this, especially the banks and the financial. So I think we must have seen a lot of US banks, JP Morgan, Morgan Chase, Citigroup, Wells Fargo. All these banks had been called by the US Treasury Scott Bessent, and as well as the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. So all have been summoned in the last few weeks, and they have been discussing what kind of technology is, because banks, the foreign banks, especially the US banks, and they rely on a lot of old dated internet softwares which are quite 2 decades, 27 or 30 years old. So it's more worrisome for the banks, anybody's currency, whether it's a big corporation or even normal human beings money. What will happen if this technology falls in the wrong hands? So this is a very concerning moment for the entire mankind. I think it's also there was also an article which this Mythos had directed 27-year-old bug, which is really very fascinating. I mean, a lot of software engineers, testing engineers and analysts, they could not, identify, rectify, and these were kind of really alarming, and because of this, there was almost 2 trillion worth of stocks, had been wiped off in the last few weeks. And yes, it's been really a very kind of, what should we say, where we have to think, is it really necessary to make or venture together with these kind of companies? So there are also, on the other hand, investments happening from very big tech giants like Amazon has invested $25 billion. Google has invested $40 billion. The company Anthropic itself, which was around a valuation of $9 billion, has risen up to $30 billion, in the last end of 2025. So it's really surprising, the way this Mythos, the AI platform which has been developed by Anthropic, is quite shaking around. Also interesting is they had a couple of engineers team who had given or developed a project idea way back in December 2025, where they had given a $100 budget to this AI agent. Now coming to the AI agent, is nothing like we ourselves are appointing an agent for normal work to do on our behalf. I mean, if you buy a property, you liaise with the customer, with the broker, with the property broker. So that's how you got an agent. So who does the work on behalf of you. So these AI companies, they have an on the internet, yes, they have an more of an open market AI agents where they train those models, and they ask the agents to go and take decisions without any human interface. So just imagine, this is the right this scenario is now evolving around us, and this Mythos had been given $100 budget, and they did some kind of shopping. They did some 180 deals, and yes, they purchased $4,000 of goods, from skateboard to ping pong, balls. So there are a lot of, if you see, yes, they have been tested in this environment, and I think it's very the technology has gone to such a far extent that we as a human being should try to understand what really needs to be developed and what needs to be stopped. So even if you make a foolproof technology, there are ways. I mean, we have seen in the last couple of decades, any hackers, any cyber theft, so everybody is able to break into it, and steal and corrupt your data. We have seen even CrowdStrike last year with a lot of crash, where we see a lot of servers crash down because of cyber security malfunctioning in their system. And airlines, mostly in the airlines, they were writing all the boarding passes manually, which everybody had a lot of travel disruption. So today's, I think, this company Anthropic, which we are talking about, it's really a very big watershed moment in the AI technology. And even in India, even our finance minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, has also called SBI and other banks in the last week, and they were also discussing the potential implications, if what happens, because all the banks across the world are interconnected to the US banks because of foreign exchange, remittances and currency exchange. So we have to be really careful, where this technology is going, in which hands. So I think we human beings have created a very powerful kind of technology, which is really going to hack anything into our systems, into our day-to-day life, whatever we shop. So we really have to be very careful in the next few years, and how this technology is going to evolve, what governments are going to take next actions in order to bring reforms, in order to bring policies, in order to ensure there is public safety, when you talk about all these implications. So this is what I have had to say today, and please feel free to share your thoughts, your feedback, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel at M1M Wala. Till then, take care, be safe, and be vigilant. I'll see you in the next few weeks. Thank you. Bye bye.